So after a lot of work, these are the kennels that Paul has built. There are a total of 4 kennels, and they are 16 by 16 each. All but one has 2 dog houses in it, so there are 2 dogs assigned to each of the kennels. We have 7 dogs, so that leaves 1 man out, but also we have one dog who just thinks he's the king of the forest and does best alone. So we've decided to do that for now. And so they each have a cot to lay on during the day. They have their houses to go into. The houses open up on the front. The front part of it lifts up on hinges to make for easy cleaning. So you can just scoop the dirty straw out and put fresh in. Close it back up. There's some latch hooks on the side that are spring loaded. And that keeps them from playing with it and pushing it open that way. Each of these kennels has its own door. And we've used these to secure the doors to keep the dogs inside. We use carabiners in like this. And so that way, if they accidentally hit something just the right way, or they grab hold of this string I'll show you on the other side, they can't accidentally open the door. This morning, this was not on, and one of the older dogs came up when she was on free play and attempted to jump on there and hit it just right and open the door to let the dog that was in there out, but he can't go anywhere. This is all enclosed. Their free play area is enclosed. So to solve the problem of getting locked in, if your hand doesn't fit through these wires, which mine does, but Paul put these on to lift the latch, and then you can just open it back up. Otherwise, it will lock and stay locked. And this is all no climb, welded fencing, woven fencing, pressure treated, which is different from what we used back east. It's treated with a copper. I don't think they use the old type of treatment on it anymore. The pine was added just to cover up sharp edges, so that trim is all just covering up the edges of the fence so nobody gets their paws hurt. And I've been staining that wood a little at a time as time allows to protect it from weather and just make it look more uniform to the pressure treated wood. Houses were painted with a stain as well, cedar colored stain. They're quite dirty from dogs jumping up on top of them to sit. And everything is well braced and not going anywhere. As you can see, they love to dig holes, which is always fun when you're walking in with your arms full and your foot lands in one of those holes. This corridor is about, I think it's 4 feet wide. We wanted it to be wider, but in order to accommodate everything we wanted to do in the space that we had allotted to do it, it had to be narrower. It could be changed in the future if need be, but for now it's working just fine. So again, each of these with 2 dog houses, 2 cots. This is the single, and this actually is going to have another one put in it. One of the other dogs is being moved here. This particular kennel is going to be finished off with a plastic like chicken wire type thing on the top here. That's what these braces at the top are for. I don't know if you can see those. Because we have one dog who is a Houdini. I don't know if you're familiar with Siberian Huskies. If you have Huskies, then you know they are escape artists, and this one in particular Nothing we have done to date has held her in place. We've had to keep her inside or tethered on a chain on the deck while we complete this project, because everything that we have erected, she has managed to jump over, climb, jump over, or just plain jump over. Her back legs are extremely strong. So this netting will hopefully serve the purpose and keep her from doing that, because it will make a 90-degree angle that she would have to do some strange contortions to get over. But we'll see. I mean, she is crafty. This is the open run, the beginning of the open run space, and he's used some 2x4s to brace that. But this is just kind of where they come out of their individual kennels, and they have all of this space to run. And probably doesn't look like much on the video, but it is just right for them. We generally keep the puppies or the younger guys separate from the olders, just because the olders can play a little bit too rough. And one of our dogs is an Alaskan Husky. It's kind of like the old saying, one of these things is not like the others. She's a cutie, but she's not full-blood, purebred Siberian. So she doesn't naturally play as rough as they do. And they seem to detect that, she is not like them. And the older ones do tend to, I think they try to toughen her up. But she just isn't liking it too much. And I don't blame her. So anyway, we keep them separate just to keep the peace and everybody safe. And the olders come out and they have their free run, and it just works better that way. It's quieter. It's more under control, less chaos, and doesn't need as much supervision. We had this little canopy overhead. It gives a little bit of shade, and I will say the dogs are smart. They do gravitate to the shade on the warmer days. So they were laying in it today, and also that shade over there at the corner. They like that. So right now, because we have sun sails that we've ordered for the individual kennels, we're utilizing these shady spaces when the day gets too warm and the sun gets too bright. And then other ones are going in the house during that period. The sun sails will arrive next week. We'll put those up, and they'll be able to stay in their kennels longer. These big doors here are for the winter, so that when we want to take them out or fall, winter, so we want to take them out on a sled run, we can line the sled up right in here, put the sled up, line the dogs out, get the team all set, everybody calm and ready to go, and then just open these doors and out they go, and they'll go down the driveway, around the corner, down the road to the trail. So that works quite nicely. And that's the bulk of it for now, but it's a work in progress, and we're pleased with it. Everything here is a work in progress. More wood to stack, plow to move, shed to build, and some more cleanup to do. So it's coming along.